Hello there, it's Claire Boscott, and welcome into my new show, The Secret Diary Continues. ... This is very exciting. You know, of course, The Secret Diary of a Mystery Shopper. You've heard about it, you've seen it, all about it last year. And this year, I want to continue those stories, those true stories, and those stories that are going to help in your business to really help you delivering those amazing customer service. And today, all the way from Canada, and we're a bit sisters, aren't we? We're like, sisters from different continent. We do. We've got the same passion together. Let me introduce you to Laurie. How are you, Laurie?
Hi, Claire. Thank you so much for inviting me today.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So tell us a little bit, Laurie, what did you do?
Yeah, so you're right. We're sisters. I help organizations wow their customers, create high-performing teams, and workplaces where people love to come to work. And so just, many of the same things that you do, speaking, training, mystery shopping, all of coaching, all of those things.
Yeah, I think there's and you're in a beautiful place, aren't you? It's very special. Where are you based?
I'm in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, in wine country. So you're right. It is a beautiful, special place.
Is it a bit cold at the moment?
Yes. Dreary. We're not too cold. No snowballs.
No, not too cold for you. It'll be very,
Yes.
very, very cold for me, but never mind. So the idea is, do you have a customer service story? Something that happened to you or something that you did? Tell us the story.
I do, Claire. It was interesting, the timing, because it's just such a stark difference in customer service. So let me tell you, my husband and I just sold our home, and we're sort of building a new townhouse condo, downsizing. And I had to buy all new appliances. So I called local business because I want to contribute locally.
Yeah.
And right, important.
Mm-hmm.
And when I called, the person on the phone did not care. They were an order taker, and I'd asked for customer service for a salesperson. They didn't check the numbers. Actually, at one point, I gave him the wrong number, and he sighed when he had to look it up. And I said, no problem. Don't look it up. I'll look it up and I'll call back. Well, I did call back, but not him. I called another company. He was referred by someone else. I'll actually say his name because I think he's amazing. Matt Scarfone at the Brick in Niagara Falls, Canada, if you need appliances. He was referred because Matt gives great service. Matt follows up. And that's exactly what he did. I sent him an email with some of the things that I was interested in ordering. And within minutes, he emailed me back. And he said, I'm going to call you. And he picked up the phone. He called me right away. He said, is there a reason why you chose those appliances? and we got into some of the reasons why, I was concerned about things fitting. And he said, well, what you chose, the stainlesses, there's 3 different stainlesses, and they're not going to match. And I went, wow. First of all, the guy at the first place, he knew the appliance. He was just going to take the orders and process it. But Matt went just that little bit above and beyond at the very beginning. And then he became my best friend. I mean, within 20 minutes, he sent me his list of recommendations, especially because he knew I was concerned about the depth of my cupboards. He went out in the showroom. Because of COVID, everything is locked down right now. So, I couldn't come in and see it, but he went out and he took the measurements. He sent me stuff. He said, Laurie, don't worry. I'll send it to your builder. And what I love that he said, because I was trying to make these decisions, he said, I would buy that for my own house. And as a matter of fact, this is the one I have. And I went, yeah, you got me, Matt. So there was, and you and I know this, it's about how you make people feel.
Yes.
Now, Matt I don't know, he wasn't a warm, fuzzy guy. He was authentic to his own self.
Yeah.
But you could tell he cared about me, the customer, and he was happy and enthusiastic, and so just everything he did I ended up spending, now I don't know what appliances are in your area, but they were a lot of money. I spent $8,500 on appliances with Matt that day, and
Wow.
the other business lost out. And I know you're going to kind of break this down, but I just thought, wow, that first business in an economy right today, that's $8,500. So really incredible when you look at the contrast and loyalty, because I'm going back to Matt. I'm going back to the brick
Yeah,
the next time.
absolutely.
And I never would have shopped at the brick, to be honest with you. So very interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting the way that you know that you actually, and perhaps because it's you are in that industry as well, you went and actually switched straight away. Perhaps somebody else would have maybe rang them up, that first person. But how did you feel when he was just like not caring? What was that? Your
Oh,
thoughts?
I was irritated.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not usually maybe COVID has made me a little more irritated. I don't know. But I actually rolled my eyes on the phone, and I could feel my
Yeah.
voice get irritated with him. And Claire, it's so interesting, because what do we hear sometimes from frontline employees? Those customers, they're not as nice as they used to be. They're more irritated. Well,
Mm.
that's what happened to me. I could see it just
Yeah.
because of the way that I was treated from the start.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes me think about, that bit in Pretty Woman when she goes into that shop and then she comes back
Yes.
and say, this is what I've spent on the other shop. You should have given them a little call and say, excuse me, did I speak to you last time? Well, there could have been perhaps a little email to their owner to actually make them
Absolutely.
realize how much they actually lost in that one.
Good point.
Mm.
Because, and I think that's key, right? As owners, that owner has no idea the impact of that employee. And
Yeah.
I mean, who knows why he is the way he is?
Mm.
Maybe he had bad customer, like challenging after challenging. Maybe he's got a lot going on, and maybe the culture's that way. I don't know.
Mm.
But as a customer, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. And you're not there, you're not in his life or anything like that. So you don't know what's going on. So, every single customers need to be treated the same way. And
Yes.
like you said about Matt it is, isn't it? It may not be smiling, and sometimes we say smile, smile, smiles, but it's not. Sometimes it's not about smiling. It's about being professional, doing what you say you're going to do, send that email, be that consistent in that delivery, isn't it?
It sure is. And as uh, knowing also what I know as far as mystery shopping, I also know that no matter what position you're in, there's always spots to get even better.
Mm.
And there is with Matt as well. But what was really clear here is the attitude,
Mm.
the going above and beyond, that following up. I mean, some of those basic things
Yeah.
that we want. And I would say attitude was probably number one that made the difference for me anyway.
Mm-mm. And also, I mean, we're here chatting. We've not named and shamed the first company. However, how many people have you told that story to?
I
Right?
have, and it's interesting, because people in my life right now, we're buying like everybody seems to be applying appliances, and I will
Mm.
say, do not go to contact Matt. And I even
Yeah.
told Matt, I said, Matt, you're my guy. I'm going to let people know about you now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
really important. And the thing with Matt that I like is, because he gives great service, people are very appreciative.
Yeah.
And you could hear the smile in his voice when I said thank you. And I think that gives him the buzz,
Mm.
and that just keeps him going. He loves what he does. He loves connecting and making people happy.
Mm. Yeah, it's very powerful, isn't it? That, whether you're on the phone, whether you're virtual, being able to bring, that authenticity in who you are and how you turn up every day, being congruent with your, who you are makes a really big difference, building those rapport. I mean,
Mhm.
those are key, whether you're on phone or emails, you need to be a rapport. You need to generally do what is right for your customers, isn't it?
Yes. You're right. All customer focused.
Mm.
And Claire, the other thing is that this first company, I'll call the guy Sam. Sam is this first company. So when I think about this company and the name, it's Sam.
Yeah.
So whoever you choose to be your front line,
Yeah.
they have to love what they're doing. They have to love up your customers.
And we say that. I mean, I'm sure you're saying that, Laura, as well, to your, to leaders. But you recruit for attitude, and then you can train everything else, can't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's very powerful. Well, thank you so much. I really really love that story. That was so amazing. We had two stories in one. It was great. Laurie, if anybody wants to connect with you, where do they find you?
They can connect with me easy, www.laurieflasko.com. And Laurie's LaurieFlasko. And I love connecting with people on LinkedIn, Facebook, even a chat if I can help.
Excellent. Well, that's super. It's amazing to have spoken to you today and share that time. And look forward to another story later on. We'll see what else can we bring you. So that's all for now. Thank you very much. Bye,
Thanks,
everybody. Bye,
Claire.
Laurie.
Bye.